Hello, David here, and the project for today is unboxing a Jerico 941F. This just came in from Classic Firearms. Let's see what we have here. Paperwork. Oh, look at all these stickers. In the cardboard box. Chambered in 9mm parabellum. So we got here. This is pretty decent condition, I'll say. Got some scratches on it. I don't know if you could see it, but it's full steel frame, and it's either chrome or nickel plated. These are single action. Jerico or IMI made a 941R, which is single double action, and these are surplus from the military security forces. If you look closely, you can see their symbol there. It's a star, six-pointed star. At the time, Israel was using a manual of arms that was carrying empty chamber, so they'd have to use two hands. They would draw and rack the slide, the chamber around, and they don't do that anymore, but that's what they used to use. I see it's got a lanyard ring here, and it comes with only one magazine. See if it's got the maker. Got a little bit of pitting on there. These, I believe, are 15-round magazines. Make sure the chamber's empty. See, it does open on a empty mag. Front sight and rear sight are dovetailed, and they are white dot sights. Let's see if the safety works. Let's check the trigger. About 4 3/4 pounds. Four and a half pounds. Trigger's got a little take up and an easy pull. Here's the reset. Not too bad on the reset. To field strip, make sure it's empty, remove the mag, line up the dot on the frame with the dot on the slide, and then push out on the slide release. The design is very similar to the CZ75. Notice it's got the internal rails, and it's a long rail. Rail's the full length of the slide. See the bluing on the inside, so that definitely shows that it is plated. See the face of the breech. Looks pretty clean. See if we can see the rifling. It's a little dirty inside. This is polygonal rifling. In 2005, when IWI took over Jerico, was privatized, that's when they changed to rifle barrels. The muzzle is very clean. Take a look inside the frame, see what the machining's like. There are no machine marks in there. I don't think this was shot a whole lot. It's probably just carried a lot. And it's got the IMI logo on the grips. These are, feel like plastic grips. Probably a lot of history in here. I don't know what H3 means. It says made in Israel, H3. I don't know if that's the location of the factory. Got serrations on the front of the trigger guard. Straight serrations on the front of the hand grip. And a small straight serration on the back of the hand grip. Seems to fit the hand pretty well. I'm going to clean it, lube it, put it back together. I was able to rub the mag with some WD-40 and some copper, and I was able to get all these pits out, so now it's nice and smooth again, and the copper really didn't affect the bluing much at all. There are a couple of bare spots in there, but they're very tiny. So I take some mags from my CZ75 and see if it fits. Yep, that one fits. That one fits. And that one fits. I will function test them later. See if there's any pits on the inside. I really don't see any pits on the inside. Condition's very good. I know some of you guys are leery about buying surplus weapons from companies such as Classic Firearms because you don't know what you're going to get, and I feel exactly the same way. I don't know if Classic knows that I have a YouTube channel or if they're all in condition such as this. I do get just as angry as you guys when I see firearms that are graded good and very good and they're sold at the same lot for the same price. You could get 1,000 pistols in, and they could all be, well, 999 could be good, and one could be very good, and that could describe the whole batch. Could get one very good out of there, and the rest good, and good can have more rust and more bangs in the finish. I do see some discoloration here. I think I'll polish that out with the copper as well. Also notice this firing pin block here, so it does have a drop safety. Also notice that the top of the slide is serrated to reduce glare. Using copper and WD-40, I was able to burnish out the spots that were inside the rail. Seemed to clean it up pretty good without affecting the plating. I'm not going to use Hoppy's number 9 on this because I'm afraid it's going to eat through the plating. This is what it looks like underneath the left grip. There's some lint in there. Looks like it went through the dryer or something. and there's some dried out glue along the edge of the grip panel. So I'll clean it. That right grip panel was in pretty tight. There's a lot of dirt under that. Look at that screw. On the right side I cleaned up as much of the stain as I could, and I'm just going to keep some oil under there to keep the stain from getting worse. Barrel cleaned up pretty well. It is bright and shiny inside. A question for you experts: does polygonal mean that the barrel's got more than one wife? I don't know. Anyway, the guide rod. Steel guide rod, captive spring, only goes in one way. Place with the full half moon goes to the front. Little nib goes to the back. Put some oil on this barrel. It goes in like that. Put some oil on the rails. Yeah, these are long rails. Let's line up those dots. Drop in the slide stop. There we go, just like that. So you also notice there's a full shroud, there's no rails. Not only is the design similar to the CZ75, it's also similar to the TriStar T100. Weight with an empty mag is 2 pounds, 8 ounces. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but these are also produced in 41 AE, which is 41 Action Express. And then right after that came out, the 40 Smith & Wesson came out, and there wasn't much call for 41 Action Express. Okay, let's function test it at the bullet trap. I've got some Winchester white box, 124 grain full metal jacket, 15 rounds in the IMI mag, 10 rounds in the CZ75 mag. First with the IMI mag. Let's try the CZ75 mag. Safety test. Oh, what happened? Mag was not fully seated. Problem with the CZ mags, they're not staying seated. The CZ mag does not have a cutout on the left side of the mag. It does match the right side of the mag. The cutout is smaller on the CZ mag. It only works when I hold upward pressure on the bottom of the mag. Found the CZ75 mag that has two cutouts, one on each side. Give it a try. Got some Winchester white box, 115 grain full metal jacket. See how that works. That's a ticket. I think if you're going to use a CZ75 mag, I don't know if the holes are larger or if it needs two holes for the, I guess it's the mag release. That's something to look out for. And I don't know if these are Metgar mags. They probably are Metgar mags, but I'm not sure. Using a toothpick, I filled in the dots on the sights with some Tester's white model paint. And it came out pretty nice. 2 coats. I'm going to put a 3rd coat on. I'm at the range. I'll be shooting Winchester white box, 124 grain full metal jacket. I'll be using one IMI mag and one CZ75B mag. One thing I noticed that you should be aware of, and I don't know if this is intended from the factory or not, but loading a full mag will cause the slide to release. So when you load a full mag, make sure you're completely safe. Keep your pistol pointed downrange, put the safety on, all that good stuff. In the fall we got a nice fire to warm up by.
What a great idea.
This is my target at 7 yards. To summarize my overall impression of the Jerico, I like the accuracy, I like the full-size steel frame, the heft minimizes the recoil, I like the huge sights, they're very easy to acquire. Trigger is wonderful, it's almost like a 1911. It's easy to field strip. For my hands anyway, I have large hands, so it fits my hands very well. I like the grips. It's feels like a hard rubber. And I kind of like the satin nickel finish. I think I might use this as a barbecue gun. That's all I have for now. I want to thank you for watching. One other thing about the finish of the firearm. I think the grading is very generous. I think that I would consider it very good. There's some slight freckling. I did show you a little bit of corrosion earlier that I was able to burnish off, but it looks like this wasn't used very much. The barrel is in pristine condition, and I would rate it very good. And I would like to let the distributors know that I wouldn't be mixing good, very good pistols in one lump. I would segregate them. Sell the very good separately and sell the good separately, so buyers know what they're getting.
Gun owners of America. Gun owners of America.
Gun owners of America.
Gun owners of America. Gun owners of America.
If you're sitting at home and you contribute to the Gun Owners of America, stop giving.
The only no-compromise gun group in Washington.
They're tougher than the NRA, aren't they?
That's right.
The NRA is bad, really bad. Gun Owners of America is even worse than bad.
We do not support gun control. We do not support gun control fully loaded. We do not support gun control light. We have opposed every gun control at the federal level.
After days of silence following the Las Vegas attack, the NRA announced it was backing new regulations on bump stocks.
Interestingly enough, while the NRA is saying maybe we should regulate, restrict these bump stocks, Eric Pratt says no.